Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, Nephilim, to Zanthyst Gaming's Complete Beginner's Guide to Diablo 3. We're joined here by my wife, Estrella. Say hi, Estrella.
Hey, guys.
And we're going to be doing a Let's Play of the story mode throughout Diablo 3. You can level with Adventure Mode 2 if you start a seasonal character, but we're just going to take you through all the different mechanics and things you need to know through a story mode Let's Play. So we're going to click Game Settings right here, and we're going to stay on Campaign. We're going to change the difficulty to hard. Don't go any higher than hard. Choose normal or hard for your starting. By choosing hard mode, we get 75% more gold and 75% more experience.
Yeah, I usually start on the lowest possible, and if I feel it's too easy, then I move it up.
That's another way to do it too. We are playing seasonal, and we are not doing hardcore, so if we die, it's not a big deal.
We're actually playing it the fun way.
Cut mode, cutscene.
I tire of the empty battles I once craved. I wander, outcast, while my tribe curses the gods who abandoned us. Our home is in ruins, yet I stand firm. 6 days ago, the falling star struck the town of Tristram. The dead rose in its wake. What evil is this? Could it be what I have sought these long years? A foe worthy of my blade.
Alrighty. Estrella has entered the game. The minions of hell grow stronger. Welcome to New Tristram.
Welcome to Tristram.
I don't know.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, say I played this game forever, and I'm not sure if I've ever noticed that.
Oh.
Yeah, hard mode's fine.
So what did you name your barbarian?
Named it Barbie.
I named my wizard Ken.
I always mouse over the bodies, because sometimes you can flip bodies over and get loot. I seek the fallen star. Okay, the game sound is really quiet. I'm going to turn it up a little.
It is really quiet. Oh, I have Ray of Frost now. Dang.
Alright.
Please keep your hands and feet to yourself at all times. Thank you, and enjoy Zanthyst Gaming.
Nice.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates.
I bet
At the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
you say that to all the new Nephilim. Never seen anyone fight like that before.
He's just trying to get in your pants, Barbie.
I know. Rude. Apologize for the audio issues. Hopefully this should go a little better.
The room has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now?
Brother Malicc. Ranting again.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, but now he's dead.
You've discovered a banner.
Ta-da! So by clicking on this, you can choose to customize what your banner looks like. Just purely for fun and cosmetics and stuff. You'll unlock new patterns as you go through the game. G throws it down. Alright, let's go on into the end. Story mode, spoiler.
Spoiler.
Are you Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but watch out! The wounded are turning!
Ah, crap.
Did you hit escape and cancel it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Killing business.
I was busy chatting up these ladies over here.
Oh my.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
I will send them back to their graves. I will save your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna
Welcome to the Slaughtered Calf.
go behind and go into her room, because there's some things you can pick up in her room, like a lore book that gives you some experience.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Okay, that's the end of that spoiler.
There's also one right here, another lore book right here.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to
With
settle
Brian.
near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Okay. Alrighty, we're cutting this in before we go back out and start killing monsters because I want to cover a couple things with you guys before we go. I'm on a different character, obviously. This is a max level character, but I wanted to show you all the different tiers of loot and how the loot works. So you can have gray items, which are inferior, like this one. You can have white items that are called common items, like this one. You can have blue items, which are magical. Yellows, which are rare. Orange, which is legendary. Orange with a border, which is ancient legendary. Set items, which when you get X number of set items, you get bonuses. Or ancient set items, which are just set items with higher stat rolls. Or you can get primals. Now let's talk about what each of these are. So white items and gray items are the worst items in the game. They're typically only useful in your first 5 or 6 levels. Occasionally you'll find a white item when you're in the 1 to 20 level range that is better than your blue or yellow weapon that you're using. In that case, you can go ahead and use it. But most of the time, these are items that aren't that good. But you still want to pick them up because they can be used for crafting materials later. So don't pass on white items just because they're white, because you're going to need their crafting materials. Blue items are white items, but they have additional stats on them. So you notice this is just damage. It doesn't have any other stats on it. Versus this sword is damage, plus it has 2 additional stats, dexterity and a socket. Now, it's a downgrade right now when we're looking at it, right, on damage. But because it has that socket, we can throw a gem into it, and then it becomes a massive upgrade. So we would obviously wear that over the white item. Now this yellow has more affixes. This is actually an upgrade straight off the bat because it has damage range on it, which is that very first stat under primary. I started pointing to it on my monitor and then I realized you couldn't see it. But you see where it says 1086 to 1389 extra cold damage. That's a stat that the blue item just doesn't have. So this yellow item automatically is going to be better. Not all blue items are missing that. Some blue items can roll a damage range as an additional stat. You can also get vitality on this one, which gives you extra health, reduce resource costs, which gives you cheaper spells, and life after each kill. Now, blue items can only roll a maximum of 2 to 3 affixes, versus yellow items can roll anywhere from 3 to 5 affixes, or 3 to 6 affixes. This first item we have here has 4. We would definitely wear that over the one we're wearing. The second one here has 5 different affixes or stats. It has intelligence, vitality, armor, regenerate life, and physical resistance, right? The chest piece we have here has 6. It has intelligence, vitality, armor, grasp of the dead damage, extra gold for monsters, and health globes, granting life. So 6 extra affixes. So, like I said, yellows can roll anywhere from 3 to 6 affixes. Blues can roll 2 to 3 affixes. Whites don't roll any affixes. Legendaries have 4 to 6 affixes on them, but they have higher stat ranges. So you notice how this one has the 1137 to 1388 damage. This one, this is a one-handed weapon. We're comparing a one-handed weapon to a two-handed weapon here. Hold on. Let me grab a two-handed weapon out of my stash so we can compare apples to apples. There we go. So this one has a similar weapon. It's a two-handed weapon, right? But it's legendary. It has 1,232 to 1,493 for damage, so a little bit higher on the damage roll. But if you look in the parentheses on the side, the minimum amount of damage it can roll is higher than the minimum amount that the yellow could roll. And likewise, the maximum amount of damage they can roll is higher than the maximum amount of damage the yellow can roll. So basically, legendaries are like yellows, except for they have higher possible rolls. You don't always get the higher roll, but it's possible to. Now, it's the same thing with ancients. Ancients will have the same kind of thing, except for their roll ranges are higher. So it's the same item. I have a Sacred Harvester that's non-ancient equipped. I'm comparing it to one that is ancient that's equipped, and the ancient one just has higher stat ranges. Notice that the minimum of the non-ancient is 981 versus the minimum of the ancient is 1318. So ancients are just like regular legendaries, except for their stats can roll higher. Doesn't mean they always will, but they can roll higher. And then primals are basically legendaries, or basically ancients that always roll the maximum that they could possibly roll. So they're really good, but you can only unlock those after doing a special thing once you hit level 70. So you don't have to worry about that too much, but I did want to show you that it was here. Now, set items are items that if you get multiple pieces of the set, they give you special bonuses, special unique effects. These are basically the end game, the really important stuff that you get once you hit level 70 that drives your builds. So you can roll those, once again, can roll as just regular set items, or they can roll as ancient set items as well. When you're going out into the world right now, you're going to be finding mostly whites, some yellows, and some blues, and occasionally a yellow, maybe occasionally an ancient. So those are the things you mainly have to worry about right now. But I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of explain the intricacies of how loot is rolled and the different tiers. I have it listed as well in a graphic that you could bookmark or download in the video description down below too. So hopefully that helps a little, and let's go ahead and get back out there and get questing. Now we have to go out and talk to Captain Rumsford at the gates.
Person is so slow.
So if you talk to each of these people, there are options for additional storyline conversations. Some really interesting stuff in there if you guys decide to look at that as you play through.
How can I help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Your warriors will be avenged.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors. They're attacking the barricade!
Yes, sir. So we have an objective. Shows it on the right here, and then we'll have a secondary objective as well after this.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
So the secondary objective is optional, but you do get bonus experience for doing it. So we're gonna do it.
Don't forget to equip things you pick up.
Yep. My pants auto-equipped. But yeah, make sure you always equip anything you pick up if you don't have something in your slot yet.
Yeah,
it's very helpful.
On. That's actually also really good is to put auto-equipped on until, you know, you have your stuff on.
Yeah, to do that, hit escape, go into options, gameplay, and click auto-equip. There's options I have here, just pause the screen. This is my preferred way of playing. One of the options in there is to have icons instead of names for things that drop. So that if you're seeing icons, it looks different than your screen. That's why. It's on the bottom left. Looking for anything I can break or loot. Oh, here's some guys. We have our Spender attack now, which is a giant hammer of doom. Because, you know, I like to smash. Becky used to let me smash. Alright.
There's a little side dungeon.
Yeah, so you can go in here. It's not part of the story, but it gives you experience. There's usually like an elite or some chest. Ooh, this looks inconspicuous. What could go wrong? Oh, what a
I
surprise.
need fury.
All right.
Not enough fury.
The little red orbs on the ground are health globes. They help heal you up.
Which is good because I got half my life there.
They do apply to everybody in the group too when you pick them up, as long as they're on your screen. Looks like we have a bonus objective over here.
More fury.
I got a blue belt. It has regeneration life. Nice. Life regen is always nice.
Hammer. Smash.
Massive hammer. Once you finish that. All right. Here's a body I can tip over. Nothing in it, but that doesn't mean it had to have nothing in it. It could have had stuff. I gained new strength and a pair of shoes. Victory!
I gained pants. They let me put on pants now.
Nice. We're pretty much gods at this point. Let's go in the dank cellar and see what's in here.
What happened to this treasure? Are the fiends hoarding it?
Oh, look, an elite. So you can tell they're elites because they glow either yellow or blue.
More fury.
And yellow or blue monsters will usually drop good gear for you. This one has a purple name, which means it's like a unique elite. You can kill them for like achievements and stuff. They don't really have a whole lot of value beyond that, but yeah. So if they have purple names, then they're unique elites. And it'll say down here like someone's name instead of like vile something of the something something.
So you have killed Starkov.
I need fury.
Bye, Starkov. I have ground stomp to stun enemies around me now. Always nice.
I have Frost Nova to leave them.
Nice. You may notice that my keys on the bottom say QWER instead of 1, 2, 3. I've just rebound them to be MOBA keys because I play a lot of MOBAs.
Might still say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Which is what it normally starts on.
Yeah, just more comfortable for me. If you decide you want to do something like that, it's just under options and key bindings. And then you just scroll down to action bar skill slots.
In the eastern kingdom of Khejistan, I
killed
heard
the queen.
rumors of
Nice.
Zakatan warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were
Oh,
most
we're playing on a
reticent,
European server, I
I was
shouldn't
able
say
to
that.
deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission.
Stray up, please. There's a blue sword if you need it on the ground. Alright, so the objective was to click on that. And then, okay, that'll take it for, oh, okay. Okay. And then you can go back to New Tristram. We're going to talk to him and get some story, and then we'll move on.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him. The ancients have blessed me.
Okay. We got some gloves that reduce resource cost and some bracers that give strength and pickup radius, which means you don't have to be quite as close to pick up the globes or the gold, which is pretty nice. All right, let's talk to Leah.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Okay. So now we have to find Adria's hut. We have to come back through this waypoint and go to the old ruins again. She's going to open up this door for us.
Open the gate.
And here we go.
Banner to
Was my
follow you.
mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young.
I finally
I
got
was
mine
raised by Uncle
followed
Deckard.
correctly.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior, who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Oh, dead villager. Boo.
Look, a hidden cellar.
Your
Follow
mother
me.
had her secrets.
This isn't a
People
trap.
said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Seems perfectly normal.
Has a cauldron.
Okay, so this guy is Captain Dalton. Again, a unique name deletes. Ooh, got some intelligence shoes. Nice.
I'm gonna click the cauldron
Here's the
because
key
it says I can click
and my
it.
mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
Cool. Escape just clears off anything that's popped up on your screen.
I think I do more damage than you do.
Probably.
Not enough fury. Not ready yet.
Hitting for about 45.
I grow in power.
Oh, there's nothing to either side, so we can just go through here. Notice the yellow flashing dot on the minimap. That means it's a quest objective and where you need to go. Kind of guides your way. Alright, and down into Cathedral Level 1 we go. As we fall down.
But we landed on our feet.
And it did no damage.
This is where the star fell.
That tracks. Click that and drop the chandelier on their heads. Do a little bit of damage.
I need fury.
Loose stone that we can click. Grats on your level.
Need more time.
Alright. Make sure we pick up all the gold we can. Even if it's a little amount, it's going to add up in the beginning. Alright, these big guys called grotesques explode. You don't want to get hit by them because they can hurt. Especially if you get later on in the game. That shield is a big upgrade for me. The gloves are a toughness upgrade. And a recovery upgrade, so I'll probably just wear them for now. If my other gloves had like strength on them as a main stat, I wouldn't have equipped those. But
my mana regen is amazing right now.
oh, your arcane power?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Alrighty.
Foul minions, stay back!
You know what I mean now, what I say.
Back! May this ledge hold.
May this ledge hold.
Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones.
He's old. He's already practically bones.
Right? Apparently Skeleton King has some sort of bone fetish. I don't know why.
Cain, I will save you.
Stay back.
Not if I save him first.
Stay back. He told us to stay back. We better just let him fight on his own, right? Hey, we have another named elite, the Head Cleaver. I'm guessing some sort of executioner in life.
Yeah. Royal Executioner is what it said.
Ah.
Ooh, Nephilim Globe.
Okay. I've got an upgraded chest, which is pretty nice. And then, yeah, those yellow globes that were on the ground, or that are on the ground, you pick those up and they give you a bonus to power. It's really powerful on console. It's not as strong on PC, but it's still worth picking up. You can stack it up to 3 times.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
I have need of your knowledge, Deckard.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst.
Let's try, huh?
I learned of this
But
secret path.
When you skip it, it skips it for me too.
I didn't skip it.
He only got halfway through his sentence.
Played out for me.
Weird.
We must discuss the fallen star.
Huh.
Sorry.
Oh well.
I'm
Alright,
sorry.
so go back to Tristram.
You can,
Don't worry about it. Voice off.
I honored my pledge to Leah and rescued Cain. All that stands between me and the mystery of the fallen star is the Skeleton King, whose return has again darkened Tristram.
That was a really quick cutscene. Sorry, I wasn't expecting it.
my cutscene's still going.
Oh. My computer loads faster than hers.
Nah, it's just because I went to Tristram later than you did.
Oh, okay.
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Time is running short. What can you tell me of the fallen star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Stay a while and listen. I'm gonna keep the damage.
The braces it gave me is worse than what I have.
Yeah, so when you look at the items on the bottom, it says stat change if equipped. It shows you plus or minus. On the boots I'm looking at, I'm going to gain a lot of toughness and a lot of recovery, but I'm going to lose damage. And when I'm leveling up, damage is more important to me than toughness, as long as I'm not dying to enemies. If I start getting really low on health or dying to enemies, then I'll look to replace some damage with toughness. Ideally, you want to get both. But if you have to choose between them, especially in the beginning of the game, make sure you choose your main stat. Make sure you choose the damage. So these actually have intelligence on them. So I'm not losing any damage. It's 0% change. I'm just gaining toughness. And I can give the intelligence ones to Estrella probably, since she uses intelligence as her main stat.
Those are much better than what I have on right now. Thank you.
Good. If you find anything strength-based, let me know.
Yeah, one of Thorn's damage.
Nah, that's fine.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
A sad tale, but I seek the fallen star, and he stands in my way.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts.
So something to note if you're...
You should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakarum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies. The prophecy of the end days says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the text since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
Anyway, something to note is that each character has its own unique dialogue with the NPCs. So what my barbarian said to Deckard Cain was different than what Estrella's wizard said to Deckard Cain. Wizards are super cocky, which is why she started giggling.
Oh no, when you're in a party, it's whoever clicks on the character, that's the voice that gets played. So it played yours.
Oh, well, never mind then.
It doesn't play mine.
They are different though.
I'll click on the next one, that way you
Yeah.
can see.
No, I get you.
Okay, I'll click on Haydrick.
Okay.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
I know it will be difficult, but she would want you to do it.
Yeah. She would.
No, she wants you to help her, you
No, I think she would want you to kill her.
seller of the damned.
Seller of the damned. Alright. The little rats run away from us. Nice little bit of ambiance there. Oh, well, that seems completely normal.
So much for killing them all, Haydrick.
You don't need to be sorry.
He's trying, he's just not that good at it, okay? I mean, you have to wait till they turn before you put them down, otherwise it's murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
My love, forgive me.
I brought these people here to kill you.
Haydrick, help me.
Ooh!
Okay, so this is a 21% damage upgrade, and it has Monster Kills Grant 1 experience. That Monster Kills Grant 1 experience, you want to be looking for that as a secondary as often as you can. Estrella got pretty much the same thing. Mine was a little bit better, but pretty similar. She's getting more experience. Now, when you're in a group, the bonus experience is actually shared between you two. So right now we're getting... Oh, the percent bonus experience is shared, but the bonus per kill is not, I guess. Okay.
How's your chest armor?
Without you, I'm in your debt. My name is Haydrick Aemon.
Haydrick, I need your
Oh yeah,
aid.
it's much better than what I
I
could
must
give you.
find Leoric's crown.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
So, to link items to people in your party, hit enter to bring up your chat menu. Hold shift and then click the item, then hit enter again and it'll link it to them. They can click on it and see what it is and see how it compares to what they're wearing. The more you know. Alright, so clicking there, we have a new skill slot available. You can pull this up at any time by hitting the P button. No, not P button. S button. And that'll bring up your skills. You can click them to see if they have different ability modifiers. Bash has a modifier, a rune called Cold right now. So I'm going to put that on, and now I can freeze enemies. And enemies that are frozen, enemies can be frozen by Bash once every 5 seconds. Or I could equip Cleave and get an area attack. I think I'm going to put the rune on Bash for now until Cleave gets a rune. And then Hammer of the Ancients gets a Rolling Thunder rune, which changes my Hammer Smash to do a Rolling Thunder attack that deals 505% damage of your weapon damage to enemies in a 22 yards radius in front of you. Alright.
So if I go the electric route and you're doing the thunder, we'll be thunder and lightning.
Hey!
I don't know if there's actual build sets around those, but...
No.
Oh, and my Ray of Frost has a lower cost now.
Nice.
So I can have it up pretty much the entire time.
So the impact point still does damage, but then you could see it went further than the impact points.
Ooh, you found friends. Oh, you... That was rude. Not even the first date yet.
Hey, I got a helm. Nice. And it has 12 strength on it. Beautiful.
Oh, here. They have strength on them. Their pants.
I'll take them. They're an upgrade. Thank you.
Yep, yep. I don't know why they dropped strength pants for me, but hey, it works.
It happens a lot in the early game.
Boom. Boom.
Oh, you know what? That gold over there, I want to get picked up, but I don't want to walk over to it. So I'm going to hit my F1 key, and I'm going to click pets, and I'm going to equip a pet. You unlock these by doing different things in the game, but by buying the game, you should have a pet by default. I don't remember which one it is, but I'm going to just go and equip.
The only one I have is the freaking StarCraft one.
Oh, that's funny.
Because it didn't transfer any of my other ones from the American server.
Oh yeah, we're playing on EU right now, so we have less things. Yeah, don't worry about the other stuff. But now my pet, my little StarCraft guy, will go pick it up for me. I think I'm going to do the creepy hand instead, because I like it.
I like the hand too. Thing?
Yeah, that was the reward for playing last season.
I need fury.
Ah, man.
Side dungeon. Den of the Fallen.
I
Classic.
always see what the reward is before I just say, nope, I'm not going to play this season.
Yeah.
You're not playing this season?
Oh, we're recording for you, Tape. Hey, Animal.
Hello. What y'all up to?
Recording for YouTube. How are you doing?
Sick of dying.
Yeah. Alright, so this is a regular elite. It doesn't have a purple name, so it's not a story elite. It's just an elite.
Not ready yet.
Most of his minions.
Yeah, he had a lot down here too I helped with, but they were kind of all over the place. So this is a side dungeon. We don't actually have to do it, but why not?
So you're doing story?
Yeah.
Alright, let's head back to town real quick. Oh, we can't.
We're making a tutorial on all the basic mechanics of how to play the game. That thing I just clicked was a shrine. It reduces damage taken by 25%. It had an icon over it before I clicked it, so I knew what it was going to give me. Open the chest. Get a quiver. Thanks, game.
Oh.
Tab opens up your big menu, as we talked about earlier. All right.
More fury.
I'm surprised I haven't run into any goblins. Yeah, I didn't think they were that rare.
We haven't been playing for very long, hun.
I know. I got spoiled with the double goblins a long time ago.
Yeah.
Alright, why don't we pause here? Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, let's keep moving. These gloves give me plus monster experience kill rate, plus 2 experience per kill. So I want to wear those. They also give me vitality, so I have extra health. I can use my potion because I'm missing some health now since I put on extra health gloves. And I know there's a healing well too, but I want to talk about potions, Estrella. So that restored the rest of my health by using the potion, and then it has a cooldown for like 30 seconds before you can use it again. Alternatively, as Estrella was saying, I could have clicked the healing well and it would have restored my health too.
You just wasted the healing well.
Yep.
Now that's what happens if you have a group of people who are, you know, not communicating. Is that sometimes somebody will use their potion because later on in potions have a longer cooldown. And then they grab that and it's just bad.
Okay. So whenever you grab a healing well, it will heal everybody in your party, just like the globes. And these things here that are yellow are called pools of reflection. By clicking on them, it's going to give us bonus experience. So if I hover over my bar down here, it shows me how much of experience I've earned for this level. And when I click this, then it's going to increase the amount of experience I gain by 25% until I get 1,649 extra experience on top of what I would normally earn. All right, Resplendent Chest. These are like chests that are extra good. They have extra magic find on them, so when you open them, they have a higher chance to drop legendaries or higher level gear. Like we just got some yellows. So yay! Which one do I like better? This one's giving me 1.8 damage, 7.6 toughness. This one's giving me 1.8 damage and 8.4 toughness. Neither one has plus experience. This one has extra gold and pickup radius, so I will wear that. Alrighty.
I got a wand and 2 different sources to choose from.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that was a good one. And we're gonna pay for it now.
So that's usually these like side dungeons that you can go in will have things like that. So they slow you down as far as the actual story goes, but I feel like they're usually worth exploring just because they can have some good things in them. And then when you get to the end of them, you have this little pillar here that you can click and it'll take you out of the dungeon so you don't have to run out by yourself or on your own. It just teleports you out, which is pretty handy if you ask me.
Still recharging.
Well, those are elite wallers.
Alright, so underneath their name at the top, you can see it says Waller. That's an affix that they have, and it makes it so they do special things. This guy creates walls that stop you from moving. As you get higher level, elites will start to have multiple affixes. So they might be Waller and throw frozen stuff at you, or they might be Waller and have arcane beams of energy that cut you into pieces. So at the beginning, you just have one affix to deal with at a time, but as you move forward, you start having to deal with more and more affixes. I just equipped a two-handed weapon, and since it's a two-handed weapon and I'm not a crusader, I have to drop my shield, so now I'm just wielding a two-handed weapon instead.
Does that make your... Doesn't that make me a little bit more squishy?
Yeah, it lowered my toughness, but it increased my damage pretty significantly. And since I'm not having trouble surviving, I want to glass out my damage and make it higher if at all possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question, Estrella.
So just because it has a red number on it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad.
Right. This one was a green upgrade. Yeah.
Even for their toughness?
No, it was red on my toughness, but it was green on my damage. So like I was saying earlier, unless I'm having trouble surviving, I always take the damage upgrade over the toughness. If it's a choice between upgrading damage and losing toughness, or upgrading toughness and losing damage, I always take the toughness on on regular game mode, unless I'm dying. If I find I'm starting to die, I'm getting too squishy, then I'll start looking for some toughness, but otherwise I'll just be looking for damage whenever I'm upgrading gear. In a perfect world, you get both, but that's not always the case.
It only ever really happens early on in the game when you're like super glassy.
My studies indicate that a high-level
At least
cleric of
in
the
my case,
Sakharun named
that's what it is. I
Akai
only get green
began to
across the
sense
board
the
when it's
corruption that was eating away
early
at the
on.
heart of his
Yeah.
body. He knew this corruption would eventually destroy his beloved church, and that he must take action. After much prayer, Akan hit upon the idea of an order of crusaders.
I get electricity now.
Nice. Alright, so I just got a new ability called Overpower. Critical hits have a chance to reduce the cooldown of overpower. You'll notice that there's a little number in the corner. It says 2 right now, and the hourglass is ticking and restoring, and when it gets to the top, it'll change to 3. That means I have 3 charges of this ability I can use before I can no longer use it. And then I have to wait for the cooldown to tick again. So if I were to go W, I just used the ability 3 times, and now I have to wait for the cooldown to tick all the way around before I can use it again. And that's an AoE attack that does 380% damage to enemies within 9 yards. Notice that it only restores 1 charge at a time, so using this type of ability tactically is important.
It looks like you were standing in a crater for a little minute. That was cool.
Yeah. Do you see how Estrella broke those tombstones? And now we have a movement speed bonus. It's because she destroyed parts of the environment. And when you destroy enough parts of the environment, it gives you a movement speed bonus. So now we super speedy. Notice the little trail behind my character. Alright. So our idiot arrow, or our blinking dot, is telling us to go the other direction. So I'm going to grab the fleeting shrine, which gave me bonus attack speed and movement speed. And I'm going to move this way. It's like, hey guys, go over there. And we have our waypoint, so we could get back to town if we wanted to, but we don't need to do that at the moment. Clicking the Frenzied Shrine gives us 25% attack speed bonus, and then we're going to go into the Defiled Crypt. It says, search for the Chancellor's altar beneath the Cemetery of the Forsaken. You don't know which crypt it's in, so sometimes you have to search both of them. Sometimes you get it on the first try. Just depends on the situation. Alright, this guy has knockback as his special effects, which means when he hits us, when he hits you, he has a chance to knock you back. It doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. Alrighty.
It's really funny when they're knockback and then they have water and they can throw you over the wall so they can't get to you.
Yeah.
I always find that funny.
I do too.
Like counterproductive to what they needed.
Alrighty.
Oh.
All right. So remember when I said earlier that critical hits have a chance to, or will lower the cooldown of my ability by a second? You can tell an ability is a critical hit if it's yellow instead of white. Oh, I missed that one. So that one was white. That one was white. That one was yellow. So that yellow one reduced the cooldown by 1 second. Sometimes they'll be orange. That means it's a super powerful critical hit.
I think you have to specially set that in your options in order to have that, because mine, I don't have the numbers above the head.
Okay, so that would be display damage numbers. And yeah, definitely have that. I go through and I just click all of these on the left side, and then I click display item label to toggle on off, and that way you can hit alt and it'll always show the items on the ground. And then I do show tutorial, show clock. I don't do zoom when your inventory is open. I do I do auto equip items. I do show advanced tooltips, so you get more information about the abilities. Otherwise, it gives you just kind of some generic basic information. Showing advanced tooltips gives you the ability to see exact numbers with abilities, which is really nice. Elective mode lets you move abilities around to different slots on the bar. Definitely want to have that enabled. Don't skip the cutscenes if you haven't seen the story, but if you've seen it, you could check this. Rarity icon for items is really nice. It shows you whether it's a magical item, rare item, legendary item. We talked about that in the cut I did earlier in the episode. And then display long floating combat numbers. This won't matter until the end, like until you get to level 70, till the end game. But basically what that is it'll show the numbers as a regular number written out as millions, billions, whatever, or it'll show it as like 23K or 16M instead of showing like 16, 000, 000, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. So there's all the different options.
Oh, we're moving.
Yep, now we're moving. And always, whenever possible, leave your teammates behind and make them confused.
Oop, I ran the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I don't have teleport yet.
I'm not good at destroying things like you are.
Well, that's because I have, Wave of Force.
You want to go get us a movement speed bonus while I deal with this guy? Oh, he's chasing you now. Figures. Gravebuster achievement, because she's breaking a bunch of gravestones. We got an achievement. Omega lol.
Ooh, that's a legendary helm.
Ooh, Estrella just got Leoric's helm.
Is it Leoric?
I know it's Leoric's because that's literally the only legendary helm that can drop at her level range. So that's something important to know. Legendary items drop at specific level ranges. Since we're only level 9, literally the only helm she could have gotten was this one. In the video description down below, there's a link that says D3 Planner Kadala. If you click that, you can see exactly what levels different legendaries drop. And if you want, you could just look through and see all the legendaries in the game. Alrighty. Let's go into the crypt over here. Now we have our movement speed. Oh, it's just dropping now. Darn it. I talked for too long. Sorry, guys. That was my fault.
When we go in there, there's plenty of stuff for me to break.
Yeah.
Usually. Like, there'll be a bunch of vases, or vases, or whatever.
It's Chameleon. I think I would know. I don't know why, but that made me think of How I Met Your Mother. Alright.
Oh, maybe not. They're only interspersed. Oh, I found friends.
Friends are nice. I like having friends.
These are the bad kinds, the ones that like to get you killed.
Oh.
I gained new power.
I killed him.
Alright, we got an achievement for hitting level 10. And it looks like we have some nice stuff here. I have a pole arm. There's a 33% upgrade. That's pretty big. Usually you find things that are like 5, 10% upgrades. When you're leveling, you'll find stuff that's really big sometimes for upgrades.
Like the Leoric's helm.
Like the Leoric's helm. Yeah, like her Leoric's helm, even though it's, because it's intellect based, it doesn't give me any damage, but it gives her a ton of damage because her class uses intellect as a main stat.
Alright. Do this.
Let's go. Come on, skeletons, bring it on. We didn't actually have to do this. This was a side quest.
It's a little fun getting experience.
Yeah, it's good times. Should we make it harder and let that lead in?
Sure.
There we go. Oh, he's a teleporter. He let himself in. So this affix, teleporter, is pretty self-explanatory. They can teleport around. I'm gonna wait to pick up the stuff until after we're done fighting, just so we can focus on the battle. I can hit Alt to hide the stuff, the icon, so I don't have to worry about it while I'm fighting.
There's a TARDIS.
I grow stronger.
There we go. Now I hit Alt again to show them. Alright. That is a very, very, very slight damage downgrade, but big toughness upgrade. So I will actually take it in this case. 0.5% is almost nothing, so I'm not worried about that. We got an achievement for doing that quest as well. It pays to do extra things.
I got a ring.
Not this.
Dexterity ring.
Oh, nice. Alright, so this is a mighty weapon, which only barbarians can use. But it's a one-handed and it's a damage downgrade, so we're not gonna equip it.
I'm gonna have to go back to town soon.
We don't have anything to salvage with yet.
No, but I can sell stuff.
True. Okay, so let's talk about that. We can't go back to town yet.
No, we have to go back to the... This isn't the right one anyways.
Let's just keep going. It is the right one.
The Jar of Souls never been in the right one, in the correct one.
Okay, well, we'll see.
There. Okay.
If it isn't, then that's fine. When we go out, we can go back to town. So we'll talk about that in a second. Those were the minions that went with the elite.
Oh, they felt so lonely that they couldn't teleport.
So sad.
You left them behind.
Yeah. That elite was rather rude.
I'm overburdened.
Oh, that's a 7% damage upgrade for me. And so this is what it looks like when a legendary item drops on the ground. You see that orange beam that shows you that it's legendary. And when I hover over it says sword. So I'm going to drop the white item and pick up the sword. I'm going to right click to identify it. You can also identify it in town by talking to the Book of Cain. And this is a 68.6% damage upgrade with 3% damage, 29 strength, 26 vitality. Monster kills grant extra experience. Wowza. All right, so we're back to using a one-handed weapon. So now we equip, even though it was a one-handed weapon, it was still a massive damage upgrade. So I'm going to equip back my shield. All right. That was nice. Also, look how cool it looks. Yeah. So glad we went on to the side path.
You dare talk to me.
They didn't, it would have dropped anywhere, by the way. It didn't drop because we were on the side path. It just, you know, feels good to think that that's the reason. It's not really the reason. All right, so she was right. It wasn't the right place. So we can click the portal and we can go back to town. And I was right. It wasn't the right place. Estrella thought that it was, but crazy she is. So we're going to go back to town, and I'm going to sell a few of my items, but I'm not going to sell all of them because I want to save them for something that we're going to get in a few minutes. I don't want to waste items on the ground, though, so I'm going to find someone I can sell to. These guys all just have dialogue things, so I can't sell to them. If I look at my map, I see some bags with money in them. That means I know I can sell to those people. So I'm going to come up here to this guy, the miner dude, and I can sell him some of my stuff. And I'm going to sell them by going into the thing and then right-clicking. There we go. And we're going to sell a mixture of white, blue, and yellow. I want to kind of keep a little bit of each because I'm going to need them in a few minutes to craft with. So I'm going to do a little inventory management, just kind of organize things. I think I'm going to keep 3 columns, and then I'll just sell the rest. We're going to need gold anyway, so we'll get a lot more gold from doing quests. I could click the hammer here and repair all my equipment for 5 gold, but with how quick we're leveling, we're going to replace the equipment anyway, so I'm not going to waste my gold doing that. All right, now we can come back over here, and we can go back down to the Cemetery of the Forsaken, and go into the final possible crypt, which is right up here. Astray, I think this is the one.
Yeah, this looks like it.
Can't believe you thought the other one was the one. Jeez.
My bad, yo. My bad.
So there was a little collapsible wall there that we broke. get in the habit of getting out of those grotesque explosions. They don't hurt you much now, but they will later. So, get out of the habit of standing at those. Just
don't pull an Estrella.
Yeah. We've lost many characters in our hardcore playthrough to people running into grotesque explosions.
Or accidental getting extra experience with the furnaces.
Yeah. After we finish this quest, I'm going to have a look at my different spells and see what I can equip, because it's been a while since we've looked. You usually want to look every couple levels. When you get a level, it tells you what new spells you've unlocked, so you can feel free to equip them then. I like to do it every couple levels unless I'm looking for something specific and I know I got it. What I would like to have is a different generator. I would love to have an AoE generator. So I'm probably going to put Cleave on with a rune. Alternatively, I would like a generator that attacks a little bit quicker, would be the other thing I'd be looking for. Alright, so second level. Since we're in the second level, we know we're on the right path. And this looks completely normal. What could go wrong? Oh god! Manglemaw, the horror of the crypts. Got an axe, but it's obviously a downgrade over the legendary I got before. Just waiting for Estrella. There we go. If you click...
I found some gold.
Oh, if you click the shrine and the other people aren't on the floor, they will not get the benefit from it. Same with like the pools of reflection or the health pools. If they're not on the floor with you, they don't get the benefit. Oh, Idiot Arrow is telling me I need to come up here and click this shiny object. You see it says I leveled, and then it's going to tell me what I unlocked. I unlocked a rune for Ground Stomp called Deafening Crash, which causes enemies to have their movement slowed after they recover from the stun. Oh yeah, that's an upgrade. That is a Mighty Belt. It's the other unique Barbarian item. Barbarians have a couple unique items that only they can wear. Mighty Belts and Mighty Weapons. So we click this, and now we have to fight this guy. Chancellor Emon doesn't want us to bring Leoric back to the world. He's honestly probably right, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright, so we get some extra strength and some bonus experience from those, as well as a damage upgrade. And then clicking this is going to give us the ability to use Town Portal. Now, unlike Diablo 2, you don't have to have any specific reagent to use that. You can just use it whenever you want by clicking down here or hitting T to portal back to town.
Unlike Diablo 2, however, it does take you time to create the town portal, and if you get hit, it will disrupt that spell.
That is true. That's very important to realize. Alright, so we gotta talk to Hadric Eamon over here, who is an artisan.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. It needs repair. Should be no problem.
Alright. Look at that. Beautiful art. There it is, right there on the table.
Very pretty. Hey, it looks like what I'm wearing.
Something more than making spades.
Yep.
Occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then follow me and hone your skills. There is deadly work to be done, and I will need your arms.
That's weird that she wants to cut his arms off.
He is a barbarian.
No, she's saying she wants him to make weapons for her. So now we have a weaponsmith, Blacksmith. He will craft weapons and armor for us, which is why I saved some of my items. Because now I can talk to him, go into craft, I can salvage, and I can salvage each of these items for crafting components. So the white items give me reusable parts, the blue items give me arcane dust, and the yellow items give me veiled crystals. I could also... Oh, I don't have the option to salvage all. Later you'll get the option to just salvage all of them. For now, we just click each one individually. So we're just going to salvage each of these so we get a healthy supply of parts. I repaired out of habit because I'm a noob. And now we can craft ourselves some items. Armor or weapons. I'm going to take a look over at my gear and see that I have a white shield. I don't want a white shield. Actually, it's a gray shield. That's even worse. It's an inferior shield. So I need to craft a shield. So I'm going to click Forge Weapons, and then I'm going to go down and I'm going to find not a shield because it's not a weapon. I'm going to click Forge Armor. And I'm going to look for a shield. There we go. Level 13 requirement on this one. You notice the red in the bottom right corner. Or level 8 requirement on this one. Now we are level 12. So I'm going to craft one of each because we're going to be level 13 in a moment.
How come you got lower levels ones? My lowest level one I can get is 19.
It's different for each item. So like my lowest level pants I can make are level 5. So each item slot has a different thing. So if you hover over your items, you can see what item level they are. So like my boots are level 4. I could probably make better boots if I wanted to. My gloves are level 3. My chest is level 3. I could probably upgrade some of this, but the most important thing to upgrade is your weapon. Now, since I have this new legendary weapon, what I make is not going to be any better, so I'm not going to make anything. But normally, what I would do is I would make either a level 5 axe, or I would make a level 10 shiv at this point. Depends on what level range you're at. You can also make I could make a two-handed yellow weapon. You can see base damage does 11 versus my wildwood does 21. And it's going to roll anywhere from like 5 to 8 extra damage on it. So at most it's going to get up to 19, which is just a little bit worse than my wildwood. So it's not going to be any better though. Now this two-handed sword is a higher level, so it might be. Notice the damage jump from 11 to 49. That's pretty significant. So I'm going to craft one of these and I'm just going to see if it's better. It is 164% better, but I can't equip it till level 15. So I'm going to walk over here to my stash. And I'm just going to throw it in my stash so I don't accidentally salvage it later. I'm going to keep my shield on me because I know I'm going to need that shield pretty soon. And then I'm going to salvage the other shield. And now I'm done talking. Just kidding. You can click here to train your blacksmith. It costs gold. Later it'll cost additional materials. It says train the blacksmith to craft higher level items. Increase the maximum level of crafted items from 15 to 20. So now I could craft all the way up to level 20. Do I need to do that right now? No, but let's do it anyway. It took away about a fourth of my gold. I'm not going to click it again, even though I could go up to 25 because honestly, I just don't need it. And I'm going to save my gold for the other artisans that I'm going to unlock as we play throughout this act. So, do you have anything to add to that, Estrella?
No.
Okay. At this time, I am going to walk down this direction because there is a gentleman down this way who sells rings. He's called a fence vendor. Fence vendors have rings and amulets. So I'm going to come and talk to him because he can sell me some stuff. I'm going to click trinkets. And I'm looking ideally for an item that gives me plus damage. Short of that, if I don't have one that says plus damage on that primary, I'm looking for something with my primary stat. So like barbarians are strength, crusaders are strength, demon hunters are dexterity, monks are dexterity, necromancers, witch doctors, and wizards are intelligence.
I don't have enough gold.
So it looks like I could get 2 of the rings, so I'm going to get 2 of those. And then I have an amulet that gives me intelligence and poison damage. Well, I don't do any poison damage. If I hover over my abilities, notice the background of the border is blue. That means it's frost damage. It also says in the ability that it does frost damage, cold damage. This one does physical damage. It also, again, says in the ability that it does physical damage to all enemies. So the red borders in the background is physical. I know that I don't have anything at all that does poison on my barbarian ever. I can hover over these things and I can see that. Poison is just not something a barbarian uses. So buying that neck piece he has would be a complete waste for me. That'd be amazing for a witch doctor, but a waste for me. This one gives me some life regeneration, some life after kill. Not really all that good. Probably not worth wasting 2,000 gold when I only have 5,000. So I'm actually going to pass on both neck pieces right now. I can walk up this way and there's more vendors as well that have things like shoulder pads possibly. So I'm going to talk to this guy here because sometimes he has shoulders and I don't have any shoulders. So I'm going to click armor and I'm just going to have a quick look. No shoulders. I'm going to hover over each of the items. I'm just going to see if there's anything that's a big upgrade. That's 4% upgrade. It has main stat and what I'm using doesn't have main stat. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. And that's it. And nothing else is really of value there. So, did you get anything good, Estrella?
I leveled up my my blacksmith.
Nice. All right, and that is where we're going to end this first episode because it looks like we're at about time. We're about an hour. So hope you guys learned some stuff. Hope you enjoyed this first episode. We will continue playing and you'll get some more on the next episode. Until then, I'll see you later and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.